Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to Being on Stage, the only podcast that gives you motivation, inspiration, and confidence to be better on stage. No matter how you entertain, sing, dance, band, comedian, public speaking, MC, drag, burlesque, performance art, or street performer, this is the show for you. Hey, rock stars. It is your boy, Reggie Dawson, host of the Being on Stage podcast, the only podcast that gives you the motivation, inspiration, and confidence to be better on stage. I got a question in my email, and I actually just want to take a minute to answer it, because I thought it was kind of interesting. So the beginning of my podcast, you hear, is the only podcast that gives you the motivation, inspiration, and confidence to help you be better on stage. Now, motivation, inspiration, and confidence, where did that come from? Well, that's where I got this. Why do I say motivation, inspiration, and confidence? Like, what is that about? So, I keep talking about this training program I want to build, and the training program is called, drum roll please, Mic Drop Method. Mic as in microphone, mic as in M-I-C, M-I-C as in motivation, inspiration, confidence. So the training program I'm building and have been working on for the past couple of months is all about, having that motivation to keep on growing as an entertainer, getting that inspiration to do new things and to try new things, and having that confidence to go out there and show the audience what we can do. That will be the Mic Drop Method training program coming soon to a podcast near you. Diving into today's episode, because that really doesn't have anything to do with today's episode. I just wanted to address the question that I got in my email. So thank you. If you have questions, comments, feedback, as I've said before, feedback is a gift. Reggie@beingonstage.com. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and one of the things I've been thinking about is, one, more podcasts. Another thing is, what am I going to podcast about, since I'm doing more podcasts? And one of the things I was talking with a friend of mine, a performer buddy, actually. She recently, a couple of years ago, moved to Colorado with her wife. They got a beautiful little boy. One of the things I was thinking about and talking with her about not too long ago was a performance we had done together. We had redone a comedic version of The Lion King, in which she played Zazu and I played Timon. And so we did it was real fun, real comedic. It was a big group, like 20 of us that did it. And during the song Just Can't Wait to Be King, the characters that were playing, Nala and Simba, pushed my friend off the stage. And that's one of those things that I think a lot of entertainers are very fearful of, is falling off or being pushed off the stage. And while in a lot of instances it could be quite scary because you could end up getting hurt, I want to talk a little bit about falling on or off the stage and, mistakes that you make. I've never fallen off the stage. Truthfully, I think I'd want to. This is going to sound crazy, but I think I miss out on something when I say that I haven't fallen off the stage. I feel like I should have fallen off the stage at some point in my career, because I think that that's an experience that I could have used. I think all of us could use the experience of falling off the stage. Now, I have fallen on stage. And mistakes are going to happen, guys. Let's be real. Let me just cut through all the beautified, all the beautiful art you see on stages across the land. Mistakes are going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to fall down or fall off the stage or something. It's going to happen. Hopefully it happens at rehearsal. It'll probably happen in the middle of your most sold out night, but it's going to happen. And yeah, you know what? Maybe it sounds like I'm being a little harsh, but it's true. Here's why I'm being harsh, and here's why I'm making light of this big deal of falling off the stage or falling down. Having a mistake happen in your show gives you a rare opportunity to really connect with the audience on a human level. So you gotta understand, you gotta think way back to understand this, okay? Before you even started hand balancing or twirling a hula hoop or dancing or singing or juggling, before you started performing, before you were you that you are today, think back to when you used to watch other entertainers. Especially really good professional entertainers that have been doing it for a long time. They have this surreal, just almost mythical feeling about them, like more than human feeling about a lot of them. And I mean, even your singers and your artists, Madonna, Cher, they got like a larger than life, more than human aura, if you will. Okay? So when you're watching them and you feel that, oh my God, it's them, now that you're a performer, somewhere in the audience, there's someone feeling that way about you, that you got this larger than life, like more than human. So when you have these mistakes and when you have this moment where you fall or fall off the stage, you have that opportunity to create a human connection with someone who thinks and views you as more than human. So imagine watching. I always use Beyonce. I don't want to insult anybody, but let's use. I wish I would have done some research about who's fallen off a stage, but I'm just going to use a hypothetical situation, and we're going to pick on Madonna a little bit. I apologize to my friends that love Madonna, but the Queen can definitely recover. Okay, so let's say you go see Madonna and she falls on stage. Okay, one, she's going to keep going, but two, in a split moment when she falls, the look on her face with the audience immediately after is kind of like it happens look. And that connection right there, that moment in a show when the look on your face tells the audience, it happens, it's okay, we're going to keep going. That tells them that you are human. They will be so proud of you for continuing the show. And they will be so excited that they got to connect with you. That night will live on in infamy in their minds. They will remember that forever. And not in a, hey, did you guys see Madonna fall? Not in that kind of way, but in a way of, she was gracious, she picked herself back up, she kept on going, she just smiled. Those types of comments and those types of things, when people recognize that you were so gracious about something happening, it's awesome. You see, every time someone makes a mistake, Miley Cyrus forgot the lyrics to the national anthem of all things. Okay, but she was gracious about it. She issued an apology because, come on, it is the national anthem. But it was also on live TV. She was like 18, 19 years old, live television, millions of people, no pressure at all. Zero. So, yeah, she made a mistake, but she was so gracious about it. She kept going, and, she just kind of smiled and kept going as if to say, I'm sorry, but I'm human. And that moment of humanness, when it happens to you, and when you fall off the stage, or when you fall down on stage, or you get pushed off the stage, or if you just make a mistake and forget the words, just give a little smirk and a shrug and keep on going. You're going to have to trust me on that one. Yes, in the moment, you're going to have all these thoughts flash through your head of, oh my God, the world is ending. My show is over. They're going to hate me. They're going to think I suck. I can't do this. I knew this was a mistake. Smile, shrug, and keep on going. No matter what thoughts go through your head, smile, shrug, and keep on going. If you have the chance, be a little comedic. That's what my friend did, because it was a comedy show. When she fell off the stage or got pushed off the stage. When she got pushed off the stage, she kind of put her hands on her hips, looked at the stage, looked at the audience, because she was playing Zazu from The Lion King. Zazu? Is that his name? The bird? Anyways, so she kind of looked at the audience, looked at the stage, shook her wing, and then kind of marched back up onto the stage. And it was comedic. It was funny. It looked like it was supposed to be there. That's the other thing, is when you make a mistake, just keep moving. If it's a small mistake, like a misstep in a dance or something, nobody's going to know. Truthfully, the small mistakes, no one's going to know. The big mistakes, falling down, forgetting words to a famous song, falling off the stage. Look, Beyonce. Oh, I promised I wasn't going to bring up Beyonce, but I watched a video a couple weeks ago, and it's from a couple years ago. She was doing, it's probably Halo, but her hair got caught in a fan. And she just kept right on going, singing along. Technicians came, pulling her hair out. She just kept right on singing, doing her thing, face going. And at the end, after it's all over, she does a little smile, winks, shrugs, and just takes a couple of steps. And the audience goes nuts. Absolutely nuts when she's released from that fan. I'm telling you, it creates a connection like nothing else. You got to put yourself in the audience shoes, okay? They're looking at you as the entertainer, and and it doesn't matter what level you're at. Maybe it's slightly more than human, maybe you're Madonna. But they're looking at you because you're the center of attention. You're the one. You're it right then and there. You're the larger than life person in the room. You're the elephant in the room. It doesn't matter what level you're at. When you're that person in the room, you have a slightly more than human feel about you. And then all of a sudden you connect as if you're human. You connect with them on a more personal level, as if to say, come on, everybody falls down, right? Right? I'm only human. Let's keep going. Because you're talented, and you're still sharing your talent. Listen, it's been a pleasure. I'll tell you, for me, I kind of wish that I had fallen off of a stage, but I haven't. For me personally, I have fallen down on stage. A couple of times I've had like a near miss where I'm just kind of like, whew, I do like a little phew and a wipe my brow type of move. Because I like to connect on a comedic level. But yeah, so, just shrug it off and keep on going, because either one of two things are going to happen. One, they're going to feel connected to you on a human level. Two, they're not going to care. Either way, you're going to be just fine if you just keep on going. And as always, as I wrap up this podcast, keep on shining.